Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Captain Baconator. I just got done recording my Affleck reveal video, and I have another guest.
What up?
It's my girlfriend.
Yep.
Going near 7 years strong. Anyway, enough about that. So I mentioned in the Ben Affleck DCEU comic book Batman video that I would do a comparison to, all the brands of suits that I have bought in the past, and she's seen a majority of them. She could talk about quality.
Seen them in action.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna go from most expensive to least expensive.
Yeah, that seems to be the order you picked them out in.
Yeah, so we're gonna start off the top with the RPC Paint Style, which comes from RPC STUDIO, and you can find these with their cinema suits, such as the Spider-Man Homecoming one, Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, as well as Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. So for this example, they have, if I could get it, multi-different colored fabric sewn onto it, and they printed the design on top, and they add like 3D emblems and stuff, leather patches and stuff.
And you can feel the density of the paint.
Yeah, you can feel the density.
We should probably remind our viewers of the cost with each suit too, just so you can decide.
And I'll tell you at the very end if you think it's worth it or not. I would argue this is supremely accurate to how the guys make it, because they make it same one for one. Oh, and the same thing goes with the back emblem too, like in terms of.
And consider this is a $1,000 suit.
Just don't spoil it. I told you I'll say it at the end.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, it's this one's worth $1,200. This is my most expensive suit.
And well worth every penny.
Yeah, there's buttons, by the way, for the web wings. There's also web cartridges, not removable. So in case you wanted to know, no, these are not removable. I know some Spidey cosplayers want magnetic ones, but no. And this one does have buttons for the web wings, which the web wings, I would argue, not worth it. They work for some photos. I might do some editing, maybe add like another button so it's more streamlined to the suit and to my figure. So with that being said, yeah, this one is worth $1,200. It's expensive. But in my personal opinion, it is worth it. These also come with masks. For this one is the only one I have with a face shell. With all these suits, you can probably get a face shell for. I'll say otherwise, but it comes with a face shell. But there's also ones that don't come without face shell. And you guys know me personally. I don't do face shells unless it's for nice photos. And this is a nice expensive suit, so I want nice looking
photos.
So yeah, there's that one.
Here, I'll just take it.
Here, put it on top of the kennel, just so it's out of the way. So yeah, there's that suit. That one's worth $1,200. Moving on down is the standard RPC Studio style suits. Again, this one's printed out RPC Studio. RPC Studio, sorry. Did I say REC?
No, I think you said RPC.
Okay. Well, these ones are printed onto white lycra. Oh, and I almost forgot.
Very sturdy white lycra.
Yeah, I was going to say, this one does not color fade, which I understand is a problem. That one, since it's printed out in the two different colors, it has 0 color fade. This one, no color fade. So, RPC Studio does not have a color fade problem at all. I got this one fixed up. It was initially...
Well, you can see it a little bit.
Yeah,
but you gotta, like, really
you have to really go hard. Yeah.
You gotta be attempting like I'm doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. And even then, it's so minor. The quality, I would argue, is the best. This is the best one, at least in my eyes.
It's very nice.
However, price-wise... no.
How much was this one?
No.
I don't remember.
Price-wise, this was $300.
Unsurprising.
Yeah, this one was $300. You bought it.
Yeah, that's right. It was a birthday gift.
Mm-hmm. And there are payment plans, by the way. So you can pay half of it and half of it when they're about to ship.
Which is something you typically do with a lot of
big, expensive
artists.
Right.
And also when you buy art online from like indie artists, you typically will pay half up front and then the other half afterwards.
Yep. So RPC Studio deals with a lot of printing places. So if you want a specific pattern, you could go to RPC or you can make a custom one. And the same thing goes for all the other companies I'm about to mention. I'm not talking trash. I'm not talking ill of any of these companies. I'm just giving my personal opinion. Now, if you ask me, RPC Studio is the best in the business in terms of print quality and all that. Needless to say, though, I am affiliated with Herostime, and I will say, in terms of quality and pricing, I personally go with Herostime. But if I have the extra cash, I go to RPC. So with that being said, there's the RPC Studio suit for standard RPC prints. High quality. And going down price, that one was $300. So a huge leap from $1,200 to $300. You know. So moving onward, we're going with my baby boys, Herostime. This one is featuring the Steve Ditko suit. I believe this is the only brand that does the Steve Ditko suit.
I think so, because I don't
from
remember
all the ones I've ever talked about.
You ever mentioning finding a Ditko suit anywhere else?
And I window shop every day for spider suits. Literally, every fucking day.
Nobody loves spider suits more than this guy.
Or just cosplay suits. By the way, I am confirming this. This is confirmation. You will see a Batman Beyond cosplay video. I have no idea when that's going to be, but it is happening this year. Keep an eye out for that. Probably my birthday. So, boom. Yeah, Herostime. Absolutely love these guys. The quality is just as good as RPC Studios. However, the color fading is a little bit easier. Again, I have to really, really try. However, if you look at it, exactly. You have to really, really try, just like the RPC paint. There's not that many varieties with Herostime in terms of what they have in stock. But of course, you can get custom prints. You can make your own patterns and to get them printed and stuff. So let's say, for an example, you may or may not be working on a special thing for your honey, may or may not be an undershoot for a specific character, may or may not she needs to worry about that later, may or may not be good if she acts good.
Excuse me?
Yeah, don't worry about it. So yeah, I personally like these guys. So, and this one was $150. Yeah, it's half the price of the RPC paint, and it's just as good. If not, in my personal opinion, better, because the price, that makes this feel so much better, so much higher quality. Stitching, though, is another story. I always get my suits restitched every time I get them. Not for any other reason, I just want them to be stronger. So whenever there's a stitch, I always get it extra stitched.
Plus, we had a lady who we really liked doing all of these suits, although sadly, she recently retired. Yeah, she's out of business, but she's always willing to help me out. So I always turn to her to restitch my suits, simply because I just don't have the time. But she's a wonderful lady. And I don't have the patience. I have the patience, I just don't have the time. So with that being said, boom, there's Herostime. $150 for any of their suits, at least a majority of them. They have a flash sale going on right now, by the way, and they have a Spider-Man Far From Home suit that I might pick up. It's $40. $40 fucking dollars. Wow. That's really cheap. Anyway, so moving onward, we're going to Zentai, or Zentai Zone, Zentai in general. Otherwise known as the eBay suits, as a lot of people like to call it. So this is their acrylic prints for Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man! Yeah, so this one does not have color fading, because it is, I believe, printed in, it's printed in 2 different colors, as you can see here. There's the blue for the under and the white. Emblem, I believe. It's sewn on top, so this is a... very sturdy. Yeah, it's extremely sturdy. You cannot breathe in this, though. You physically cannot breathe in this. You can also touch anything Velcro and not have to worry about fraying or anything. Fraying or pilling, which is a problem with a lot of other suits. Yeah, I will say that about the... most of the time, that's not really an issue you can help. And I will say this, though, with the RPC Paint suits, the $1,200 one, you do not have that Velcro problem. Really? you do not have that Velcro problem. You will never fray, and you will never get those weird little spots. Yeah, you'll never have that problem. But this, though, you will not have that problem. However, you cannot breathe in this. I got this for about $70, so cheaper. Standard zip up, no problem. If you guys are also Pepsi Man fans, you will understand why I added a crotch zipper to this. I'm not going to say why, because there's probably copyright reasons attached to this. I probably shouldn't even be showing this, because copyright. But it's Pepsi Man.
Demonetized.
I know, right? But it's not Pepsi, it's Pepsi Man. Or no, sorry. I meant Pepsi Cola.
Your video exists? Demonetized.
I know, basically. So, anyway, so there's that one. So that one is worth $70. You don't get that Velcro problem. I argue that one, it's worth it if you're going to get a specific character such as Pepsi Man. And Pepsi Man is a character that I think is absolutely hilarious, so I go for it. Next, we're going with what most people actually pick up for spider suits, bat suits, and all that. This is the suit from Zentai, Zentai Zone, Zentai eBay.
Zentai.
Yep, so this one, super stretchy, color fading.
None.
This one's printed in 2 different colors, so c'est la vie, c'est la vie. Anyway, so this was supposed to be the SPD Omega Ranger outfit. However, I want to get a better printed suit because this one's inaccurate. I got this for dirt cheap.
How much did you pay for this one?
I paid $30.
Wow.
I paid $30 for this. And it's super stretchy.
Very nice material.
Yeah, nice material. You will get the Velcro problem. You can see what I'm talking about right here with the stomach. You could see it like pop up at the camera.
Yeah, because
because of the Velcro stuff. So there is that Velcro problem. Otherwise, it's very comfortable. Here you go. Oh, by the way, the zipper will cross with the other materials. So if you want the invisible zipper, I highly recommend you should, in my opinion, go for a place like Herostime, where the invisible zippers are a little more invisible than Zentai's, in my opinion. But I also have the Ben Affleck suit, which is also from that. But I actually really like that one. That one's actually really, really nice. Mostly because you don't have to see the back. But it's not like, oh, the back looks terrible or anything like that. If it was like a symmetrical style design, such as Spider-Man, where it was like a little bit of red, blue, and then a little bit of red, then more blue, then that becomes a problem. Next is what I like to call the party store style suits, where they're like $20, $20, very stupid cheap. This is my custom Into the Spider-Verse themed Spawn cosplay that I'm currently working on. It's a work in progress.
No color fade whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it's also one solid color.
Right. However, I do believe it is just printed on black, so you're good on that aspect. Yep. It's just printed on black lycra. It is just black lycra, you know. I painted this design on with some fabric paint, which works when you're stretching it, because I've tried it on and it works.
These are very cheap, but if you plan on buying something that you want to modify or you want something to experiment with, like if you're fairly new to modifying or sewing or building cosplays, this is what you want to go with, because if you ruin it, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Exactly. Huge shout out to Becky Morrison and Godzilla Mendoza or Xavier Mendoza, sorry. Well, he goes by Godzilla Mendoza. Because they have custom suits, which they used these kinds of costumes on videos in the past, videos in the present. I don't remember if Becky ever did like this one or she went with Zentai Zone. I personally can't remember off the top of my head right now. But yeah, so there's that. Oh, and this one does not come with booties. And neither did the SPD Omega Ranger one. Here you go. You have to order shoes with some of these, and websites you can, sometimes you don't. With that last option, you do not get that option at all because you just find it at the party store. And I'll do a tutorial on how to add boots to certain cosplays and all that.
Personally, what we found worked for my Spider-Gwen was just buying ballerina shoes.
But that's Spider-Gwen. With stuff like Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider, what I do is I grab little wet shoes that you wear in the summertime around the pool. You put those on, and you put on the suit, and you slit the bottom a little bit, and fit it around your shoe with some shoe goo or Loctite. And done. It's that simple. And then bam, you have shoes for your cosplays. So you don't have to wear shoes over your spider suit. Unless you're wearing the Into the Spider-Verse Smile suit, which in that case you can wear those white tennis shoes over. Or if you're like me and like the red soles, you just modify it. What do you think out of all of them is the best in terms of price with quality?
Personally,
don't be biased. Like just like give your honest, heartfelt opinion.
I would honestly say the first RPC suit we talked about is the best quality, but that's like an investment. That's something you want to go to hospital. Yeah, the RPC Paint. That's something you want to visit hospitals with sick kids with, or
go to like children's birthday parties.
Go to charity events with.
Big events. You want to go to big events with that one.
Yeah, like that's not a once a year con suit. That's
you want to wear it multiple times.
I already said it. That's an investment. Mm-hmm. That's a tax return.
Yeah.
In fact, that's probably 2 tax returns for some of us.
Yeah, hardcore, big time.
Yeah, that's...
in terms of price, though, the lowest one is obviously the Halloween suit. You know what? Let's just go down. So, RPC Paint, what's your take?
That was the first one we talked about?
Yeah. So, your take on it is it's good in terms of quality.
It's great, but that's something you want to get if that's something you want to use over and over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. Like something you want to invest in.
Right. Now the RPC Print, like the sensational suit.
Sensational suit? Mm-hmm. I think that one is more reasonably priced, and that's something that's like a nice expensive con suit.
Right, like that one if you really like the character.
Yeah. If you love the character and you're willing to invest the money in that, that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Herostime.
Herostime, can't go wrong with Herostime. Everything is reasonably priced. The suits are of really nice quality. Mm-hmm. And if you want a once-a-year con suit...
You can go with that.
Yeah.
But if you're also invested, you can go that way too.
Yeah.
Zentai, the Pepsi Man print suit, the acrylic suit.
Also very nice. I like Herostime a little more just because we have more experience with them, but Zentai is very nice too.
Yeah. And you're going to say the same for the other one, I'm presuming?
Pretty much.
Okay. The Halloween suit.
Baby's first cosplay. Like, I'm going to be honest. I've never, even back when I was doing like a lot of Mega Man cosplays, I've never really liked the party suits that much. That's something, I think the party suits are good mostly if you don't have a whole lot of experience with sewing and you need an undersuit, or con is coming up soon and you need a suit like right now,
right.
Then that's what you want to pick up. Or if you have something that you want to modify or experiment with. Like, it's a suit just to mess around and experiment with.
Sure.
It's your rough draft before you make your final copy.
Right.
Something to take notes with.
Mm-hmm. And there are some people who can like turn that stuff into real winners for cosplay, such as like with Godzilla Mendoza's spider suits and Becky Morrison's Scarlet Spider, as well as her other stuff too.
Yeah. But me
same
personally,
goes for Xavier.
I've never liked the material, and I think if you're going to use that, you're better off getting a Yaya Han bodysuit pattern. A pattern I very much like. That's the main reason I bring it up. And some Lycra from your local fabric store. Mm-hmm. Which, I don't know if this is a national store, or if this is only in Arizona, but SAS Fabrics is where I get all of my Lycra, personally.
That's where we get our Lycra, yeah.
Yep.
So
I only know of 2 locations here. That's why I said I don't know if it's a local thing or if they're all over the States.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, my personal favorite, I know this sounds biased, but Herostime. Because I would argue they're the best in terms of what's affordable, but is also in really high quality. And considering they now do leather prints, so with the Homecoming suit, let's say you want to get at that, but you don't want to shell out the money to RPC Studio, you could buy the leather pieces, so that way you can have your accurate suit. It may not be the screen print one where you don't have to worry about the Velcro problem, but... You know, it's the cheaper, more screen accurate alternative, which will get you close to it, Obviously not here, RPC Studio, but it is easier on the wallet and easier on the heart.
Definitely.
Yeah, so thanks for coming. Thanks for sparing 20 minutes of your time and wasting your cosplay time. And now I wasted your time and now you're tired. Therefore, you want to go to bed. Therefore, you have to clean the bathrooms because you didn't get your cosplay done.
No, darling. I'm finishing Raymond tonight if it kills me.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you're going to leave me to do the out card?
You're a big boy. You can do it.
You heard it here first.